Right, so as we stated earlier, we seen the sheriff hacking into my phone. Now I knew something was up sideways that's going to happen today when I go back out on the road. So I went to the gym, did a positive workout, came home, slept, made sure I had my head clear, right? So this is what I want y'all to see. All right, so this is the thing. Now, here are other phones signed into my account. There should not be other phone except this one right here. This one right here, the top one, should be the phone. I don't know. Look at this. Look. Where's Tampa Bay? So look, somebody mirrored my phone, right? So these are the other phones that are actually. So this is the phone that is mine. Here's a mirrored phone, which we know the police mirrored my phone today deliberately. And then now we know that there's a situation that took place, right? So there's a situation that took place today. And I will leave this up for a minute. And we're going to go to, let me take this offline. If you see my acceptance rate, okay, so here's another coup that is a problem. So this cancellation rate right here, this cancellation rate came from Uber when I canceled a ride when some underage kids who were 15 was trying to get in my car. Now, according to Uber's guidelines, that's not possible. But them kids tried to get in my car right after I was eating chicken the other day on Saturday night, and I watched this car in the parking lot, deliberately waited till I got done eating my food, because when I seen the car pull in, I said, something's not right. So I sat there, went back to the seat, sat down, started eating my food. Got done eating my food, the car sat there the whole time. Got in my car, started to leave. The car came out. When the car came out, I watched the car come out. The car hurried up, sped up, got right behind me. And when I got out my car, the car took off and sped off. Now, I made the left, the car made the right. I watched the car as I pulled off and made the left. I watched the car make a U-turn in the road and come behind me. So I pulled over to the side of the road and waited for the car to come past me again. When I looked at the person in the car, it was a lady with glasses on. And I was like, that's weird, but she was an Uber driver. So I knew something was up with the location I was going to. The location I was going to, I screenshotted it. I screenshotted it. Where is it at? Oh, maybe it's not there. Anyhow, I screenshotted it and I was like, hey, something's not right. So then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, Uber canceled the rate. Okay, oh yeah, so when Uber canceled, I started texting Uber like, hey, what's really going on here? Hey, thanks for reaching out, blah, blah. Explaining that anyone under the age of 18 should not ride without being accompanied by an adult. As a result of this claim, we will be reaching out to the rider and further investigating this matter. Now, this goes boom. Hey, then why did I get counted as a cancellation rate? Also, when you go down and look at it, I cannot cancel because of dangerous situations because the cancel rate impact. All right, here's the cancel rate impact. They're saying because I cancel because of unsafe. Now, if I hit that I don't feel safe, they're still going to add an account to, they're going to add a, they're going to add a cancellation rate. Now, Uber also knows that my account has been hacked and been hacked into numerous times to the point that somebody can call my phone acting like they're from Uber, using all of Uber's information, the whole nine, and it not be Uber. So, now let's fast forward it to tonight. Earlier today, we videotaped the police officer stealing my information. Where was the police officer turning into? Marksman Security. All right? Which means the security team was turning into Marksman Security. Marksman Security, always has problem with it, and my ex works for there, Tiffany. I've been saying that they've been giving me problems the whole nine. Also, where a lot of sheriff officers and police officers work for there, and what a coinkydink, right? So I watched them all night for the last 2 days, circulate me around. But today, when I caught the cop doing what he was doing, I deliberately said something is going to happen. Since I said something's going to happen, once again, I went to the gym, had a positive workout. I get in my car today to go to work. I get circulated down. Now, I have this thing right here on my app that says, right, it says in the area, okay, trip for 2 hours in the area, supposed to be good. Now, this is where it gets really messed up. Now, we know Uber now put the cancellation down on me. Now, I can't report I don't feel safe or it goes against my cancellation rate, right? So now it would bring down my ratings, right? Which is 1%, which is shouldn't be there, and 99% acceptance rate. Now, mind you, I'm in South Florida. This is, there may be a couple drivers doing this, but never heard of anybody, too many drivers doing this. Now, my ratings was so high, guess what they did? Now they're messing with my ratings. Why? Because everything else they can't mess with because everything else I still got in control. So now they can put people in my car and bring down my ratings. Now, recently, 2 reported Uber communication guidelines that respectful and positive. What? Learn more about this guideline, blah, 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 right? 2 Uber reports, Uber community guidelines, 2 reported. Now, 489 out of 44,528 trips, I got over 2,000 5-stars and one happy 1 year, right? So you look at that and we're like, okay, wow, that's over 2,000. Now, out of the 500, they said, now mind you, let's go back to the ratings. It's only 500. Which means is I had to be doing good. What could change from a driver being 2,000 5-stars and then all of a sudden you start getting all these lower ends? Oh, okay. You start going to facilities that Marksman Security actually security guards are there. Now, what do? They try to hack into your phone. Now, I changed some things on my information, and they want my driver's license so they can put it into the system, and they have a picture of my driver's license and then previous information that I have on my other phones and I'm turned in, that they use my license to access my account. Now, when they did that, I found out that they was using my account, stealing my packages, delivering. Now, I don't understand how these two things are working together. How I can be on picking up rides, and this other app, whoever has my phone, could be on there taking rides too. Now, either they're stealing rides off of me, and I'm only getting certain rides because now my money has decreased by a $300 to $400. So I said, okay. Now, everybody wants to know, why are your ratings so important and why I'm not doing like everybody else? Well, here's the reason why. Okay. Now, within this, you go to Uber Pro. All right. Now, if they bring down, remember, my ratings got to go down below 4.85. Now, if I get 600 points, I keep my status to January 31st. Now, these are the rewards I get. Now, remember, look, requires 4%. I can name 4 to 89 rides within the last couple, 3-4 weeks that 4 of them, I don't know, 20 of them, I knew people were hacking into my phone, and they had me in situations where I'm like, okay. Now, everybody's like, well, why don't you just do like everybody else is doing? Okay, here's why. 1, I get Rosetta Stone. And here, I get 100% tuition. And I get direct customer support. Which means is, some go from my phone, I can have them call me back, do whatever. Now, the people who call me back just so happen to be the same people every time. So what I do is I record when they call me back so they can hear my conversation, they can hear their conversation. Now, 100% tuition covered, but you have to keep them ratings, right? So if I'm trying to go to school, I have to keep these ratings at a certain rating. Now, I do go on social media and tell people, hey, this is what I'm doing, or people get in my car. 4%. Here, out of 99 rides, the one that I canceled was because the kids were under 18. Other than that, I would have had a 100% acceptance rate. Right? So, but yet, Uber and whoever else is trying to bring my ratings down simply because somebody don't want me to go to school to get something, which is cybersecurity. Now, does this school have cybersecurity? It does not. But what it does have, it has something similar to it, to where you can be advanced and I can get out this car and make a little bit more money. So it's a branch office. I don't know what you call it, but I will show it to you here later. So you look at this and you look on social media and you look everywhere, and there's nobody ever telling you that Uber pays for your tuition. Now, since I want to go to school, Uber's deliberately been screwing me over to where my income has dropped dramatically. Either I pick my ratings and go to school, or I make money and don't go to school. And if I drop my ratings, I don't have direct contact with Uber. So the people who scamming and talking to Uber or doing the Uber thing, I can't call and get direct information, which means is I won't be able to talk to nobody. I'll be put in the shuffle lift and pushed around. Once I drop my ratings, guess what they're going to do? Like they did before. They're going to send people into my car to complain about things. like they have been doing. Look at that. I can show you previously that I was at a 4.93 and been that way for the last 2 years. And the last week, I dropped from a 4.93 to 4.89. Coincidental? No. So now let's go back to the matter at hand. Uber has something to do with this, because how's the other drivers getting paid if they're using my app? How are the other drivers taking my packages? So what I did was taking my packages and using them for deliveries. So deliveries, look, it's saying no deliveries. On my other one, it says it had 23 deliveries. So here it's saying none, right? So if you go back to this, you get to see Work Hub. Now, I have to have 23 deliveries up there, but the 23 deliveries are not up there. Now, I got approved for Uber Pets, Uber this. Now, all these packages now is now removed. So, but look what's on there. I don't even want that on there. Deliveries. I don't want to do no food deliveries. So you look at this and you're like, oh, wait a minute, something's not right. So I'm like, okay. So now let's fast forward it to today when the cops hacked my phone going into Marksman Security. Now I got bounced around and I've seen the people get into my car and the locations they can't put me back to. Now, the previous night, I went to a location 3 times. Somehow they circumvent me back down to that same location. Why? There's somebody in that location who's hacking the phones, or more other Uber drivers down there. That's over in Wilton Manors. So I said, okay, pick up the person, circulates me vent. I go pick up somebody at a bar. The guy picked up at the bar just so happened to have alcohol in his hand, which I don't understand how the alcohol can leave the bar. But hey, there's a group of people outside, even the security team outside, looking at this man, which tells me there was something else about to take place. So as he comes to my car, he still has his alcohol in his hand. So he has alcohol in his hand. He gets in my car. I said, excuse me, sir, you can't drink your alcohol. He gets out the car and says, well, cancel the ride. I said, no, I'm not canceling the ride because it messes up my ratings. He was like, oh, well, I don't understand. Well, what's your ratings? What are you trying to do? I said, whatever I'm trying to do in my life doesn't make a difference for you. Either you're going to get in the car or you're going to cancel the ride. No, you cancel it. I'm not going to cancel it because it's going to mess up my ratings. So either you cancel it. Oh, I'll just get in the car, pull up. Okay, I pulled up a little further. Dude, get in the car. I commenced to turn on some music to solidify everything to where it's just, I'll just get back in my mode. He's like, I don't want to listen to that type of music. I'm like, okay. What you want to listen to? I want to listen to nothing. So I just turn it off. Now we get to as we get in the car, he picks up the phone and he talks to somebody, says, yeah, I'm about to be there. And he called me a racial slur. I'm like, what? I'm like, where does this stuff come from? Now, mind you, it's not a white man, it's a black man. So we go to the location and I drop him off and he opens my door and slams it. But before he did that, I said, hey, tell Tiffany I said hi. Because now we know that there's something else going on. So I get in the car. Well, I'm already in the car. I pull off. And I pull off. There's another car there, a motorcycle there. Ladies on a motorcycle. So I decided to help her out. get in the car, drive to my next destination at a hotel. This guy's named Keith. Now, mind you, there's some slick stuff been going on. So now I figured out, hey, they're coaching me to put in the directions. Now I'm transporting these people around. Now I'm doing this, and they're using me to do it to make it seem like I'm the problem. Now, when you have the police officers and everybody doing their investigations, hence I posted some things about what the FBI does. What the FBI does is they'll put things in your social media, or they take things from your social media, from your apps, and they'll try to make a case on you. Well, if I'm picking up these people that are doing this and doing that, and it looks like it's coming from me because somebody stole my identity, it looks like I'm the problem because now they can build a case on it and then act upon it. So I've been fighting these demons, these people. When dude got out the car, I said, tell Tiffany. I said, hi. Dude got out the car, slammed my car door so hard, I got to go check it to make him seem like I know. So, to make a long story short, Uber is involved with the scam, along with the police departments, because the police departments control where all the rides go. And that's called torturous interference. So I'm looking at myself like, wow, what is really going on here? Why are they doing it? So I said, okay, now see this 2-hour destination? Now, I'm supposed to have that for 4. Now, I can show you here where at 12 o'clock, I was supposed to get it for amount of time. And at, this is, I don't know if you can see it. It's 12:02. I was supposed to have 2 hours, right? What do I have? 1 hour. Why is there 1 hour? I'm like, okay. Now, earlier today, the things that happened, I was like, okay, something's not right. So, earlier today, this came across my feed. This was playing at first. All of a sudden, this pops up about Broward Health. Now, what this lady is talking about is, that's this earlier today, that's them hacking to my phone. He going to Marksman right after that. And you look at it, like, okay, she was saying that, hey, they're looking at this guy who's an official, police officer maybe, and he's tied up to a cover-up. He said never got involved with this information. And all this pops up. And this pops up, and this is all that's playing. Now, there's nothing that she's saying. Or is there?
You see that shit? It took it completely off my radar.
Right? It's completely off the radar. So you wonder, like, hey, what's really going on here? Because something else is not right. When you say something else is not right, something else is not right. So today, there's what I made for today. 18 trips, 28. It should be $200 for damn near 18 trips. But somehow, some way, we always getting all the low end of the deals. It's a $2 ride, $3 ride, $4 ride. Everything's being stretched out. When I put my destination on to stay in the area, Uber sent me a ride for 6 miles away. Once again, in order to keep your ratings up or keep your ratings down, this is the system that they're trying to do to make sure you lose and you fail. They want people to actually not work the system. Because if you work the system, you get Rosetta Stone, you get to see your trip destination, you get school, and you get direct contact to talk to an agent. As a black man trying to better himself and work hard. This is what the system of Uber does. I also have video of Uber deliberately removing my reservation rides and giving me two $6, $8 rides and I pre-recorded and said, hey, this is what Uber is going to do when I get to this location. And they've been doing it. So now there's a lot of higher end people, because it takes for you to follow me everywhere I go. That's a lot of detail. So I'm looking at my phone's being hacked, my camera's being moved. Scared to ride my motorcycle because scared that somebody's just deliberately going to hit me on it because they can't get me on anything else. So I'm asking, is there any attorneys out there that's willing to take this case or make a case to where it could just be done and over for everybody? It has to be something that can be done. If not, some people are going to snap. When people snap, they may snap on the wrong people and not mean it. So I'm asking, if there's any attorneys out there that here's what I have going on, and you can listen or pay attention to what I just said, you know there's a lot of something phony going on. So I'm going to need y'all to help push this to get out there, how Uber pays for school, but they're doing so much deliberately undermined stuff to where they force you to try to lose or you lose money. But greatly, I have other jobs that I can rely on to help pay my bills. But I'm working 4 jobs, 4 to 5 jobs. Why do I have to work so hard when I can make the money that I'm supposed to be making through Uber by doing the service that I do, a good job? Why are they trying to? Torturous interference on my job. Why? What is the outcome of what they're doing? Sad. This is sad, sad, sad. One day, somebody's going to wake up and hopefully things will be different. But for now, I need your help to help get this out there, to show the world how bad they'll deliberately screw somebody over with the help of the police department. It's sad. Sad, sad. Did I say sad again? But remember, there's a lot of good cops out there. Just, I ain't been running across too many of them. So, but thank you for letting me enjoy speaking to you and everything go good. So let's just move forward and let's hope everything works out. But I'm going to still keep grinding, keep doing the things I'm supposed to do. Thanks for paying attention and listening.